So there are two guys that really stand out to me tonight. One in the Utah game and one in the Golden State game, but on the opposite sides of the sideline. So I'm going with George Niang at 4.1K versus Utah. I know we're talking about Tobias Harris and him coming back, and of course he is going to give you more upside. Obviously, it's more expensive, and he has cut into George Niang's minutes a little bit, and then of course his usage and everything. But this is, one of those revenge games we talk about all the time with the NBA. So for George Niang, he was with that team for the last 4 years. He's shown the Sixers a lot. He's still getting, right around like 25 minutes of games with them, with Tobias Harris back. So I'm going to go with him because I think that, again, with that little price tag at 4.1K, you can get something out of him in this game. And then the other one, too, is Patty Mills real quickly. I mean, with Joe Harris out tonight, Patty Mills just hoisted up 12 3-pointers the other night and obviously had a good night. I think this is a guy at 3.8K you got to take a flyer on, get some exposure to.
All right, Kenny, how about a value play for your building block?
I'm taking a shot on Doug McDermott at $3,600. Both these teams top 7 in pace, and while the Clippers defense is really good, they're second in defensive efficiency. They've been middle of the road against the three, around 34% shooting for opponents. I think that ultimately McDermott here is a great flyer. He could hit a few threes, 3 or 4 threes in a pace-up game. I think that this could hit. Also, I love the Bledsoe, Eric Bledsoe. But $5,200, Gary mentioned him earlier, but I think that's an incredible value play. He's been so consistent, and he's gotten the usage, especially in the last 2 games. He's seen a lot of minutes and a lot of usage, so I like him as well.
All right, if you're going to build around a value play, Garion, who would you choose?
Yeah, they've both already been mentioned, but I think Patty Mills is kind of one end of the spectrum and Doug McDermott is sort of the other end of the spectrum. Mills is going to be chalky, just because everyone saw him get 9 3-pointers in the absence of Joe Harris. Not that there's anything wrong with that. This is a small slate. You might not even have to worry all that much about chalk. But Mills is going to be popular, I think rightfully so, and I will have some exposure to him, especially if he's going to play more than 30 minutes in this game. But McDermott's really interesting because you have this trio of Spurs wings priced below $5,000. I think a lot of people are going to trend towards Vassell, who's been fantastic lately and has been getting the most minutes of that sort of like McDermott, Lonnie Walker caliber of player. But McDermott's also probably locked into somewhere between 25 to 30 minutes, and he has the potential, as Kenny mentioned, to really just hit 4 or 5 3-pointers. So I think McDermott might be a value play with a lot less ownership, especially directly compared to someone like Patty Mills.